Hello, everyone. I'm audible? Okay. So, start with menstrual cycle hormonal role play. So, this figure you should have to fit in your mind. This is mostly the changes occur in the menstrual cycle. How? So, please fit this figure into your mind. Whatever you had learned, if you had this figure in your mind, you will understand how the basic changes occurs in the menstrual cycle, and if there is an ovulation, what we have to do. So first, as I learned, I taught you the from the day 2 of the cycle, there is a basal level of all hormones are FSH, LH, TSH, prolactin and E2 estrogen. कितना होना चाहिए पहले वो सब याद कर लो. टू स्टार्ट अ नॉर्मल साइकिल, FSH and LH should between 1.2 to 8. TSH should be less than 4. Prolactin should be less than 25. And estrogen should be less than 50. Less than 100 तक भी चलता है. So now, when on the day 2 or day 3 of the cycle, when all hormones are in a basal level, now gonadotropin released from the pituitary gland, from the hypothalamus. GnRH secretion, sorry. GnRH, that is the gonadotropin releasing hormone, naturally secreted from hypothalamus. Under this GnRH, it sends signal to the pituitary. So from anterior pituitary, there is a secretion of FSH LH occur. Now FSH and LH, under the influence of FSH and LH, there is high amount of FSH and very low amount of LH secreted. So from high FSH and LH start the folliculogenesis. It sends signals to the estrogen, where initial phase estrogen also in a low amount. Now what happens? Initial up to 5 to 6 days, FSH remains not increasing but remains static. So follicles become active and estrogen gradually increase. So when you start the cycle, follicles will be less than 8 mm. And on day 6 to day 7, it reaches up to 12 to 13 mm, means halfway. Day 6, day 7 पे they will reach to 12 to 13 mm. अभी उसको आगे धक्का देना है to grow more. LH required because FSH cause only the activation. Now FSH role is over. So FSH start falling. But now estrogen gradually increasing and LH comes in action to push the follicle. Now from day 6 onwards, under the influence of estrogen and LH, follicles start increasing. Up to what level? Till become it matured. It becomes matured after the 18 mm size. Generally matured follicle termed between 18 to 24 mm. तब तक estrogen and LH become rise. But when it reaches to the matured, first estrogen fall down. then at that level LH is high, LH becomes high, but at a certain point there is a blast, so it is called LH surge. So धम कर से LH become down, तो उस फेज को बोलते हैं LH surge. After the LH surge, what is why this is so much important? Because after the LH surge 24 to 36 hours ovulation is happened. तो LH सर्च के 24 to 36 आवर्स के बाद ओव्यूलेशन होता है. Once the ovulation happened, egg released from the follicle and follicle convert into corpus luteum. That corpus luteum start to produce estrogen and progesterone. So now estrogen again second peak rise and progesterone again will rise. Progesterone तो अभी rise होगा to support the pregnancy. But when pregnancy not happened, just prior to menses, all hormones again come into the basal level. So this is how a menstrual physiology plays a role. So it is the importance to know the LH surge, because LH सर्च के 24 से 36 घंटे के बाद प्रेगनेंसी रुकती, ओव्यूलेशन होता है. सो मैं हमने जो सीखा कि सेट्रोरेलिक्स जो जीएनआरएच एंटागोनिस्ट देते हैं या जीएनआरएच एगोनिस्ट देते हैं लंबे समय के लिए, दैट इज मेनली टू प्रिवेंट द एलएच सर्च. अगर एलएच सर्च हो जाता है तो ओव्यूलेशन हो जाता है, बट इन आईवीएफ में हमें सब एक साथ निकालने होते हैं. तो टू प्रिवेंट इट, एलएच सर्च शुड नॉट बी देयर. So I think everybody understood properly. At the basic, in short याद रखो तो on the start of the cycle all hormones should be in a basal level. Under the influence of FSH egg बनेगा. Day 6 day 7 पे LH will come into action. Estrogen and LH बढ़ेगा. Just prior to the LH surge estrogen down होगा. फिर एक लेवल पे LH सर्ज होगा, मीन्स LH का सडन ड्रॉप आएगा. उसके 36 घंटे बाद ओव्यूलेशन होता है. ओव्यूलेशन होने के बाद इस्ट्रोजन एंड प्रोजेस्ट्रॉन, मेनली प्रोजेस्ट्रॉन सिक्रेटेड फ्रॉम द ओवरी. सो दिस इज हाउ द मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल प्लेज अ रोल. This is a writing material which I had explained you. Same. Let's take a quick revise note. At the onset of menstrual cycle, ovarian steroids are low. Thus, hormones start declining just at the end of the luteal phase. Once the corpus luteum regression occur, because pregnancy nahi ruki, so what happens? Once the corpus luteum regression occur, FSH levels start rising, cause the cohort of the follicles to recruit for next menstrual cycle. So growing of the follicle starts secreting increased amount of estrogen, which cause the follicle stimulation as well as endometrial proliferation. Rising level of estradiol and increasing inhibin B, जैसे जैसे एस्ट्रोजन राइज करेगा, then it cause the decline in the FSH level at a mid follicular phase, means day 5 day 6 पे. Once the FSH decline, LH come in action. Under the influence of LH, all hormones increase gradually. Dominant follicles now under the control of LH produce sufficient amount of estrogen, and it causes positive feedback effect and LH surge occur. Ovulation occurs 24 to 36 hours following the LH surge, which transit the endometrium from proliferative to secretory phase. After the ovulation, again estrogen start increased from corpus luteum, as well as corpus luteum also secrete the progesterone. Combined effect of estrogen, progesterone and inhibin A during the corpus luteum inhibit gonadotrophin secretion and prevent new follicular development. But once pregnancy not happens, so at the end of corpus luteum, at the end of the luteal phase, there is a demise of corpus luteum, means regression of the corpus luteum occurs. Leads to stimulation, means form a new base for the fresh batch of the follicles. Simultaneously and well prepared decidual endometrium result into shedding, that is called the menstruation. So this completes a total physiology of the menstrual cycle. Got it, everyone? So here completes our hormonal role play. Now from tomorrow onwards, there is a paid lectures, and in that we will going to discuss these things: infertility management, history pro forma, each and every pathology we will ruled out. We understood the normal thing, then we will understood what happens if these hormones becomes imbalance, how to correct, what are the treatment. Then we will talk about uterine factor, tubal factor, male infertility, all the drugs for ovulation induction, treatment for PCOS, endometriosis, brief introduction of IUI, IVF, and if you have any doubt, we can do the practical case discussion. Okay? Those who want to join can join by this number I had already given. So you can contact them and do for registration. Go for registration. Anyone have the question?